Oh, thank God we made it to the good one. We're here after sitting through just absolute mediocre dreck. We have finally made it to the good card game anime. Now, some of you may be thinking I'm being a little overly dramatic, and maybe I am. But to go from Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush, which has no clue what it's doing, and Cardfight Vanguard Will Dress, which just isn't doing anything, this just feels like a million leagues better, and in a lot of ways, actually is. So we're here to talk about it. That's right, people. Today we are talking about the 5 episodes of Shadowverse that are out right now from this new arc after its hiatus. And yeah, there's no way to say it. There is a lot of good shit here, so maybe we'll compare it to the other 2 shows, see why they're maybe not living up to snuff. But for right now, let us start off with where these episodes begin, which right where the last episode had ended, with Hiro finally defeating Mikado, and us just getting to see the exact aftermath. Oh, what? Mikado's gonna accept his defeat graciously and become everybody's best buddy? No! He's a fucking whiny asshole. Of course he is still going to try and make himself seem superior. He needs that. That's how bullies work. Bullies need to believe that they are better than everybody. Rather, it's because of a misplaced sense of superiority or maybe some sadder feelings, maybe some darker feelings. We don't quite know where this guy is going, but they need that and they will invent it. And when you take that power from them, you see what they get reduced to. Mikado has gone from this powerful character who just knows how to make everyone think he's better than them, and he's just turned into this sniveling, whiny brat, and it's great because it feels like that what would really happen. It's not like Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush where beating the guy in a card game just totally wipes out that negative sense to them. Mikado is still going to be a brat because, well, he's still got a long way to go. Losing one card fight isn't going to turn you around as a person, but as these episodes progress, we begin to see how he could potentially start to change. We see that in his card fight against Hiro. What do you call Shadowverse battles? I don't actually know. But yeah, so I know I'm going to be jumping around a lot, but I loved when you saw Mikado face Hiro. Now, a lot of people have said that, oh, this fixes Hiro, now he's a well-written character. I wouldn't go that far. There's still a lot of problems with this guy, and the show doesn't seem like it really wants to spend a lot of time with him. We'll get on to another element the show doesn't seem particularly interested in a little bit. But for the most part, they do try to give Hiro some more context to make the concept of the altruistic good guy feel a little bit more grounded, I guess. So we see a flashback to when the end of the summer after everything that happened in the first show, and we just kind of see as everyone has to separate and go their separate ways and move on with their lives and grow up. And then when we flash forward to see that currently the only one Hiro is hanging out with is Lucia, and they got to do all this seven shadow shit, and we see he maybe isn't that into it. He's happy he now gets to sit on a high place, and he's a powerful card fighter and all this good stuff, but for the most part, you kind of see he wants to just kind of live his life and do his thing. So when he gets the chance to face Mikado, it almost feels like he's kind of getting his chance to return to form and kind of do what he likes to do, and that's make friends and try and reach people through Shadowverse. Is this the ultimate turnaround to make him a good character? I don't think so, but I think his role in the story is well executed as being kind of the foil to Mikado. When Mikado just goes up there and just starts shitting on him, oh, well, we don't know anything about you. You're just some scrub. It looks so pathetic and makes him look like a whiny child, but that's the point. That's what he is, and Hiro is putting him in his place. And one thing that I like about the way Hiro does this is that Hiro is never patronizing, he's never angry, he's never mean to Mikado. He can very easily see through this guy and figure out what he's all about, but he's not going to be mean about it, and puts Mikado in a position where Mikado can't just keep blaming other people or belittling people. He's kind of reaching that point where he has to acknowledge there are other people who are worthy and who are strong, and he cannot keep living his life based on believing he is superior to everybody just because. So that is a really great thing, and I just love how at the end of the fight with Hero, you see just how fucking mad and destroyed he is from this, and I really want to see where this goes. As for next things that happen, so the next kind of big thing that happens is, and this is kind of where I'm a little, I don't really like this. So all our cast get together and they get put on a plane that looks like it has a gun on it, and they are taken to a giant floating island made by the lady's company, and I had to take a minute and be like, okay. Now, some of you may be saying, this seems like a bit of an odd thing to get hung up on because, well, this show features holograms, AI that interacts with people, there's like the dude floating on his thing. But I kind of feel like the show tries to keep itself somewhat grounded in reality. Even though there is like futuristic tech, it never draws attention to it. So when you see that all of a sudden there's just a giant floating island made by this random company that does God knows what, I'm just kind of like, okay. And then everyone's reaction is, so it's better than say Cardfight Vanguard Will Dress, where no one reacts to fucking anything. But it does feel like everyone gets over the idea that they're going to be hanging out on a giant floating island quickly because the show just wants to get you through it. And I just feel like it's such a just big jump in technology. And also, I totally forgot the Ark was a thing. I literally, when the episode was over, I had to go back and like recheck what happened in episode 1 to remember, oh yeah, there was a thing stolen and it allows them to have future tech, and the future tech is weird and intrusive and I don't like it. I don't. It's the one thing with the show I don't like. The show has just done nothing to build to it and basically forgot the Ark existed. And that's a little annoying and a little just distracting. Also, when they're on the island, it's not like really a lot's going on that makes it interesting. Yeah, there's like floating gears that look like just files saved on the animators' computers. There's like areas made to look like the places the people want to fight, but for the most part, everyone's just is walking past a generic tree background. So it's just kind of like, what is the point than to remind people that, oh yeah, this show has a plot that it never talks about. So yeah, that's my one thing. Does it ruin my enjoyment? No. Especially when you then get into how all of this relates to Shion. Shion is definitely one of the more popular characters of the show. Is it the design? It's probably the design. But Shion obviously has had one of the more stronger arcs. As I brought up in the past, I like that it's not a cut and dry, she has friends now, so she is perfect. I like that she can regress, she can fall backwards into old habits, and you see how that affects her and like messes with her mind and her perception of how to be around everybody. I like that you see that she doesn't go to the after party with everybody. And I thought it was interesting that when Tsubasa reads the text, the way she imagines Shion saying this is that Shion is angry that she's not going. Like, Tsubasa knows something is wrong, but doesn't know how to go about it. And I love that that's everybody. I love that they notice something is wrong with Shion, but they don't really know how to deal with it because, well, they're kids. All they can do is ask if something wrong, try and guess, try and show that you're supportive, try and reach out to her. But I like that the show always presents this idea that it's up to her to be the one to willing to open up and talk and communicate. And what's interesting is now we're seeing that this might potentially become a big deal because she is the one person who's creeped out. She is the one person who doesn't want to be on this island, and she is the one person reacting. She is the one person who doesn't quite want to be there. And even though she clearly wants to communicate more, maybe stuff she's read online or other things she might know, who knows where that's going, but she just can't because she's so messed up in her own head and not sure how to communicate with everybody right now, and clearly wants to distance herself when all they want to do is help her. It's very nice and it's just very well done. And again, like with Mikado, I think very realistic to how kids and teens act. And honestly, that's probably what I think sets this show apart from the other two. And that is Yu-Gi-Oh! And Vanguard want so hard to feel like these kind of big epic stories that are bigger than the characters, and like you can like this because even though it's card games and it's silly, it's trying to be really serious. But those shows fail to, I think, really make a good story right now, whereas here This show has crafted a very good teen narrative just by being honest about it. These are kids playing a card game and they learn to meet each other and be friends, and this is what they go through. There's still obviously a little bit more to talk about, but we're already past the 10-minute mark, and I try to keep these around that. But obviously, we'll have more to talk about in a couple episodes. Yeah, it's kind of hard to do this one week to week as the narratives can go on for like 2 to 3 episodes at a time, which I like. But I think next I might do just like a different kind of anime video. Doing 3 card game anime videos back to back did get a little annoying, so let me know if there's any kind of anime thing you want me to talk about going on right now, and maybe I'll make that the topic of the next video. It seemed to work with doing the Digimon video. Thank you all for watching that. But yeah, until then, click to like, click to subscribe, and join me for more talk about card game anime, good and bad, in the future.